Yo, what up? Time to get, time to get to work. Um, got a lot of things. It's pretty much a time trial day. So, as far as like the nationwide, like the people go, I try to help everybody to just get into a routine of like working out. So normally you get up in the morning, have you maybe a bite to eat or something to drink or whatever, and then you ready into your day. You can go for your little morning jog or go for your little workout or whatnot, and that's specifically for like the mind, body, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Get your Bible, hop up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You can read you a nice little scripture.
If you got something to say,
so
how about saying it to me and not your phone?
Have these things going on, that's, you know what I'm saying, like, it's better to, what's up? It's better to have a good understanding of who you are. Not who people perceive you to be. Not who, you know what I'm saying, who anybody wants you to be. It's always about, like, building yourself to a point of, you know what I'm saying, understanding who you are. Not, you know what I'm saying, not nothing else. So, all the time, my focus is always to help build people in their own self-confidence. Like, it doesn't matter about what anybody else think. If that's what you think, that's what you think. I'm not going to argue about what you think, and nobody should argue about what anybody thinks. The aim is always just like, we're going to switch some things up, and we're going directly just good vibes only. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes only. In this area, because like you look around, you see enough negativity, you see enough people talking about people, you see enough people talking behind people's back, you see enough like even comparing to other people and wanting to get to a certain level, you see enough of that. So you know what I'm saying, as a Byzantine Empire, and you know what I'm saying, as a host, even for myself, like I used to find myself patterning myself after other people, or trying to do something like somebody else, or trying to figure something out. And then, like, it's okay if you're doing like research and you're trying to get different snippets. Just like I got different coaches, so I picked up different things from different coaches that I was under. And it's like I always get under through, so those coaches always get a they get that, you know what I'm saying, that one-on-one, or that they get that shout out, you know what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't just me by myself when I ran like 932. It's the understanding that like many people like it's a lifestyle. So in this lifestyle and this understanding, it's gonna be hard for, like, say for instance, if you I got a couple of examples in mind, and I might bring somebody in to like explain it into a deeper depth. But when you grow up when you grow up pretty much kind of like as an athlete, or you grow up around a group of people, and it's like you're used to playing like maybe a sport. If it ain't a sport, maybe it's some type of team thing. So if it's not a sport, maybe it's uh something with books or reading, something with like chess, science, math, like there's a lot of things that goes on in the world, and you learn to get a focus on yourself and be like, you know what, like, good vibes only. You come to a time where like it's what you want. Like, if you don't want to do that, I'm not forcing you. This is what I do, and this is why I do what I do. I can tell you why I do what I do. I can't tell you why somebody else do what they do. I can't.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna watch the Great Pumpkin. I'm gonna
a lot
go
of
turn it
times
off.
if I'm giving any type of information, is, you know what I'm saying, like, it's just pure to help you.
Go.
And anytime it's like you're in a position, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to address something one final time. You're in a position. Your job in this position is to be this type of person. That's the position. That's what is required of this position. If you don't understand what it is to, come in and be a emperor, that means, yes, you have this certain type of position. Yes, you have this. Yes, you have that. If you're going to hate, if you're going to bring in discord, if you're going to bring in negativity for no reason at all other than you don't want to do something, it's like, just say you don't want to do it, cool, I'm not tripping about it. But here in understanding to the people, like to the nation, like I have to learn how to, that's my personal thing. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It's not going to change because that's what I need to do. Meaning, if I'm going to address anything, then I got to address it the best way that I possibly can. That's not changing because of the platform that I'm forming. So, you know what I'm saying? The best thing for me to tell anybody that has if you got a problem with the way that I talk, then, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? When you go to school, you learn. You don't go to school and spend all those time in school to not learn. Now, it's different if you ain't been to school and, you didn't go to a certain school, a certain type of school. Then, I grew up in a rural area. If you didn't really grow up in a rural area, let's say you grew up in the middle of high class area, then you look at things differently, just like I would look at things differently. When you go to college, everybody, for the most part, if you let the system do what it's supposed to do, you have no point but to graph to a certain level, because you done took speech classes, you done took this class, you done took that class, you didn't have to change to these clothes. A lot of times, if you got homies or friends, they be like, oh, you changed, you think you holier than thou, you think you this, you think you that. They ain't been to school. They been doing whatever it is they doing. It's not a hit on them. It's like, I went to an institution and did this, and y'all was doing this at this institution. Even the streets kind of a little bit is a bit of an institution, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, be honest. You know what I'm saying? The way they think, the way they move, it's a whole different ball game out there. You know what I'm saying? So when you hit school, it's the same thing. You can't go to the streets and then, let's say you're on the street and you get somebody to take your money the first time. Then you just learned the lesson. You know not to do whatever you did the last time for them to take your money, right? Same thing. You go to school. But nobody ever addressed it. That's why I say good vibes on it, to make the connection and smooth it out. It's not that they are being this or being that. They going to school for this, and everybody is going to be, even you or whoever saying, oh, he think he is, he think he that. If you got a chance to go to school, which in the United States of America, everybody has a chance to go to school. I don't care what nobody say. You can say that this person ain't signed this. You I didn't went to school with folks that they parents didn't want to sign nothing. They figured out a way around it. You know what I'm saying?
Holier than thou.
So when you get there, you understand what your focus is. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. You don't address something that somebody else say, and you got a whole nother focus. You leave that to a later, you know what I'm saying, later date, later time, and everything. But many times they don't, you know what I'm saying, they feel a certain way, meaning they may feel inadequate. They may have self-esteem issues. You can't fight with that. You can't say nothing about that, because that's where they are. All you can do is look and be like, I'm saying, I pray that changes, and leave it alone. Don't talk about them. Don't say they stupid. Don't say they ignorant. Don't say none of that. You know what I mean? We on good vibes only. So we have to learn to change what we see, what we feel. And then knowing when to talk and when not to talk. You learn that too when you in school. Then you learn it too out on the streets. But there's things, or there are certain areas where you hit on the job training. You already in a position and they doing some on the job training. Then you always dealing with somebody that sometimes is trying to steal steal your information. Not even steal your information. They're trying to use your information. They're trying to see how you are so successful in what you do, and they just want certain information for that simple reason. So, you know what I'm saying? Checking one of my elders, he said, "Nah, let it be. Like, don't say nothing negative about it. You know what I'm saying? This, you know what I'm saying? Ask God to actually, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the truth and a lie going for a swim. And the truth and a lie, they take the clothes off. Nah, the truth and the truth took his clothes off, and then the lie had his clothes on. The lie beat the truth back to land. Then the lie put on the truth clothes, which is what you want. And the truth is just like, yo, I'm just gonna be the naked truth. Sometimes you just gotta be the unadulterated truth, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it come down to that in those areas, it's like you've achieved and you've accomplished things that, like, it's unheard of. It's like they don't do this like this. They don't move like that. And you've been able to actually do it. Then, you know what I'm saying? Some things take more because it's different strokes for different folks. So everybody's not the same. And it's like, even when you have the best interests of somebody, sometimes they can get in their own way and they can think whatever they want to think. Your job as a believer, your job as a part of the empire is just, sometimes you just gotta say, if that's what you believe, okay. And go on and do what you gotta do. Don't say nothing else. We ain't got nothing to, like, we ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing else to say. If a certain thing is what you believe, then it's like a lot of times reassurance, there's ways of even getting reassurance. Meaning, if a person say, oh, your reassurance came when it was like, okay, they come in, they come wake you up. Y'all done already had this conversation about a certain thing, and then it keeps coming up. That's not you at that point. That's them. They trying to stay in a certain area. And it's like, okay. Then now there has to be a thing of understanding where it's a compromise. Sometimes, like, sometimes until you write it down, it don't exactly stick. So it's not being funny or saying like, yo, go write it down. It's like, even with me, sometimes when I'm doing stuff, I need to go write it down. You know what I mean? Because, like, I might not get that thought like that again. I don't know. You know what I mean? So, and everybody, I'm gonna say this. Be very proudful, because sometimes you can be entertaining angels and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to go to hell, but you want to treat people like hell. Nobody wants to go to hell, but you want to try to put hell on people. Nobody wants to go to hell, but you like to try to stress people or do certain things. Nobody wants to go to hell. Even Satan don't want to be locked there for all the time. Like, nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to go to jail. Nobody wants to, you know what I'm saying, feel like they in the eyes of somebody else. Now, I'm gonna tell you this: if you with an athlete, that's what we gotta deal with as athletes. We gotta deal with, if you was in a relationship with somebody that was actually good in track and field, then that's just it. Like, you just was in a relationship. Doesn't mean that you're trying to pattern somebody else after the same person or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you may think. It simply just means that, like, I was in a relationship with, you know what I'm saying, this person that was this. I was in a relationship, and, you know what I'm saying, this is what I was looking for. But in this regard, if you doing something, or you're doing a business and you're running a business this way, like, don't cause your own self to, like, think negative. You know what I'm saying? It's good vibes only. So then it's like, don't cause your own self to be negative about your own self when this is something that this person is doing for a living as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get there, that's not, it kind of looks bad on the party's fault if you go to them in this certain way, and it's like, nah, you knew before you even met me, this is what I was on, or this is what I was moving on, period. So I don't know where that keeps coming from, but that's negativity. And then when a person, like, if a person just get to a point where they just like, you know what, like, nah, I'm just going, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do this instead. Nah, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna do that. If they do that, then they want to make something else in their mind, and it's like you get tired of it after a while. You like, you better than this. Like, you done did this and did this. You better than this. Why you keep going back to this? Why you keep reverting back to something that you've already came out of? Why do you keep? It's like letting the devil go, and then you being free, and then going back to a place that you once was bound, and you keep going back to it because it felt a certain way. So it's similar to like if you dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the time of Moses, and Moses went up to get the Ten Commandments, came back, and then they did all these things, and then they had this people go over here, that people go over there, and then swallow up. It's like that. It's, you get delivered and you keep going back to something. You're not like, some people do things because they getting a check. It's like, okay, you ain't got nothing to lose from it. You ain't got nothing to, you know what I'm saying? You only got to gain, so why not make the change? Then some people, they get mixed up in certain areas, and they feel like people are trying to like control them, and then they just like, nah, I'm just gonna keep doing this because I don't want nobody to feel. Whatever it is, all I'm saying is, I was told maybe not too long ago, get out my angel's way. You know what I'm saying? Or get out my own way. In many different forms. I'm trying to hit on every area. People that believe, people that don't believe. Like, either get out your own way, get out your angel way, or get out of God's way. Like, whatever it is, like, get out your own way. If it's like this, then it's more or less like, if I'm dealing with it, I'm gonna look at it. One of the things I'm probably gonna tell you is like, you don't want to do it. Like, I'm not for to waste my time like talking to you about it. Not because I don't care, it's because you don't have a problem in this area. I know you don't have a problem in this area. So what you're doing at this point is, you're not even trying to, like, if it was a situation where you're trying to reassure yourself, you ain't even trying to do that. It's a situation where it's like, I don't want to do this, so I'm for to find a reason not to do it, versus saying like, I don't want to work out. Like, I'm comfortable with where I'm at and what's going on with me. Okay, fine. All power to you. That's cool. I ain't got nothing to say against that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm for to go work out. I'm for to go do this. You know what I'm saying? So this is an example to the couples, like, or, you know what I'm saying, boyfriend, girlfriend, how y'all need to work, how y'all need to understand. If that ain't them, then that just ain't them. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they're asking for this type of help and then they doing that, you might need to check and be like, I would say go to God before you really go to them. So just be like, I'm not forcing you to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Go to your prayer closet, pray, and see like what's really going on. If they really want this, if they really don't want this. God will really tell you if they want it or not. They'll tell you if they want it or not. If they keep saying over and over again something that got to do with nobody or nothing, then they really don't want it. They don't really want to do it, and they feel like you forcing them to do it. They just not telling you this. If you hear every now and then, Josh, or this person made me do this, or this person made me do that, sometimes they really feel like you making them do this. Even if they come to you and they ask you, which is, okay, I need this help. Okay, you willing to do what it takes to know what I'm saying, change this? They say, yeah, that's what it takes. That's a part of it. And they don't want to do it no more. It's like, okay, you just say you don't want to do it. Like, don't come to try to make me feel some type of way because you feel some type of way. Like, nah, that's not gonna work. All I'm gonna do is ignore you because you like, that's bad vibes. So what I'm telling the nation is like, yo, ignore the bad vibes, bro. Look past the fault, see the need. If they don't want to do it, don't make them do it. Keep moving, keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Keep moving, keep pushing, keep going, keep grinding, keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're working on a business, keep working on that business. If you're working on if you're an athlete, keep focusing on your athletic ability. If you're working on if you're working on schoolwork to get your degree, keep moving towards your degree. If you're working on, you know what I'm saying, if you're a teacher and you're working with children, find the best way to deal with to, you know what I'm saying, get your kids and your class always at this optimum level. If you know what I'm saying, if you're on the streets and you're dealing with street people, you know what I'm saying, like, figure out a better way to move and help in these issues. Whatever it is, you are the steward of your position where you are. Stop letting people tell you like you can't do this. Stop letting people tell you can't do that. Like, and another thing, Byzantine Empire, yo, stop allowing other people to come out and influence what they feel and what they think. They not in our system. They not with us. So what you think don't put no money in my pocket. What you think, the only thing, if you with, you know what I'm saying, if you with somebody else or something, then it's like that me not doing this gonna put money in y'all pocket. Like, you can go. You know what I'm saying? Or you can keep that over there. Like, I ain't talking about it. And sometimes people, both sides, male and female, just go quiet. Stop talking. You know what I'm saying? Stop addressing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in kind of a different position because, like, I have to, like, try to put things out to encourage the people and help in these areas. So this is why I go to this platform to you know what I'm saying, do that. And then it's like, what better person to, like, even be doing or dealing with anything and just saying, like, it myself, you know what I'm saying, within my own life. That way, you know what I'm saying, you see the flaws in areas that even I have made, or areas that, you know what I'm saying, I deal with, and how I kind of deal with things. And then maybe you can pick it up and deal with it yourself the same way. However it is, you know what I'm saying. I'm just doing this the best way I can, using the things that I have to be able to achieve these things. And if I can be a liaison and lead you around, like, how not to go to jail, how not to get killed, how to build something that is substantial for you, your family, not just you, your family, but you, your family, your community, your nation, your people, then of course, like, I'm gonna stand up and, you know what I'm saying, be counted in that area, you feel me? So, and yes, it takes a certain amount of confidence, period. Don't let nobody kill your confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a broken spirited horse nobody can handle. Yo, if your spirit broke, go on somewhere. If you ain't coming to get it mended to get your spirit back, go on somewhere. If I'm saying that, hey, you the fastest this, you fast as that, you don't know because you ain't ran. You don't know because you ain't put in the time. You don't know nothing until you put in any time to get any results, to get to a certain level, to even be here. But sometimes, man, let me tell you this. This is my own, this is a situation that I believe happened to me before. I was in a certain area, man, and I didn't forfeit this blessing. I was working on the blessing. I was trying to figure out how to do it, and then somebody, like, took off with the, you know what I'm saying? They took off and they started doing something similar. It wasn't what I was doing because I wouldn't have did it that way, but it was something similar. And then I've had a situation where, like, somebody takes something, or I give it to them and they ask for it, and something real big comes up and then it winds up back in my lap. That didn't happen so many times. And when those type of things happen and people get wind of it, those are areas where somebody that don't understand, or they do understand, they may say something negative. Man, you gotta ignore that. Like, don't, in other words, don't pay attention to it. Like, stay focused on what you're supposed to stay focused on. What you doing is for you, and what they doing is for them. But at the same time, whatever they doing, what don't kill you make you stronger. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, like, scratch all these negative vibes that everybody doing, everybody giving. And if you got time in your life, like, now I'm finna get in the area. If you got enough time in your life to be negative, just to be negative, you need to go look and reevaluate yourself. Don't nobody need to go look for you. You need to go look yourself and reevaluate yourself. Because that means you got some issues with yourself, not with the person, not with their mama, not with their brother, not with their auntie, not uncle, anything. Anybody that's in this negative area, bro, and you believe in God, negativity ain't nowhere in God. Like, that negative information moving like that, that's not there. You know what I'm saying? Now, army wise, never mind. Anyways, staying focused. If you negative and you dealing with, like, say for instance, you got ADHD, or you got this, you got that, you got whatever it is that you claiming you got, and you know what I'm saying, you living for God, and God can, you know what I'm saying, take all things and We still moving now, you know what I mean? But you claim you're healing, but you're going back to it. You need to check yourself. Stop checking for other people. Look at yourself, man. And like that's what I'm saying is like I kind of make it a point, or I've made it a point this for where it's like things that I've talked on. You know what I'm saying? From now on, I'm not making this a point. Like I'm gonna learn from other people that they messed up and did these things. I ain't gotta go through all of that. No, I can learn from somebody else that didn't went through it. I ain't gotta go through all that pain and real like yep, I can go in and go to my blessed place where I'm healed and I'm healthy and I'm able to do the best and be at my optimal level. Period. But you know what I'm saying? Like today is a Sabbath day. You know what I'm saying? So this is a Sabbath message as well. So you know what I'm saying with that comes, you know what I'm saying, Zechariah 14:9. And we as a people we can shift down to Romans 22 verse 21 as well. So in these areas in this time, man, you really like, it's a lifestyle. Like we chilling, we like we ain't know none of the negativity. We got enough negativity going on. We got coronavirus going on, man. Get your life, bro. Like, mama, get your life. Like, both of y'all get your life. All this, you know what I'm saying? You got children, supposed to be having fun with your children. You got a life, supposed to be having fun in your life. You got a wife, supposed to be having fun with your wife or your husband. You got a husband, supposed to be having fun with him. You got a boyfriend, supposed to be having fun and enjoying him. If y'all people cannot